Hey, welcome back everyone. I am the Gerbil, and today's video is, I hope, something special. So about a year and a half ago, give or take, I can't remember exactly, I posted a video outlining how I believe that 5 is the new 7 when it comes to ships, and you know, we have room for 3 starters and 4 reinforcements, but I was like, no, I think that's excessive. You really don't need more than 5 ships with any capital ship. And in that video, I also outlined that I think that we were going to get the profundity, and that was many months before it actually happened. And I was like, woo, yay, we got it. I also said we're going to get another Sith Empire ship, and we did. We got the Leviathan. So I'm 2-0 for the last 2 years, and I'm wondering if I can make that 4-0. So in this video, I want to outline my reasoning and thoughts behind these 2 ships down here. The Resolute being the next capital ship for 2024, and the Invincible for 2025. Now, keep in mind, this is a predictions video. I can point to my own screens right here. Woo! Prediction, and with that you should take everything with a grain of salt. But if you agree with my thinking, my logic, my reasons, might want to plan ahead for it. If not, maybe you'll just get a kick out of this. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so 2024 Resolute, led by capital pilot, whatever the term is, Admiral General Anakin Skywalker. 2025 the Invincible with Admiral Trench. Yes, as many have pointed out, Admiral Trench is the only, quote, Admiral in the game that does not have a capital ship. No, I really do not think it will be next year, but the year after. Why is that? Well, let's look at the recent history. In 2021, we got the Executor. The Executor was a dark side Empire bounty hunter ship, and then the very next year in 2022, we got a light side Rebel ship. Rebel and Empire, they kind of like, you know, they're opposites of each other. Well, this year we got a dark side Sith Empire ship. So if that pattern continues, and there's no reason to say it won't, we would need a counterpart to Sith, which happens to be, you know, Jedi, last time I checked. And that happens to be a Galactic Republic ship. So again, we have dark light, which means the next time we need a dark side, and the opposite to a Galactic Republic, of course, would be a Separatist ship. Now, going back further, I didn't put it in the video, but if memory serves, the 2 ships we got before that came out in the same year. Though I could be mistaken, it was the Finalizer and the Raddus. That's the ship Raddus, not the character Admiral Raddus. Those came out, I think, in the same year, but again, it was dark side, light side. So dark side, light side, dark side, light side, dark side, light side. See a pattern there? So that is reason number 1. That just makes sense. Counterbalancing. Reason number 2, timing. Timing is important in a game. Timing is important in life. Timing is just important. Next year is the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace, Episode 1, prequels, Clone Wars period in time. Now you're going, yeah, but Anakin was a baby in that video. Yeah, that's true. He was never a general in any of the movies. At least I don't think he was a general. He might have been a general. I can't recall. I need to go back and rewatch him. But CG is not going to care about that. They don't care about lore that much, so that's kind of an irrelevant point. But it's a great way to celebrate the Clone Wars era, to bring a big spotlight on Galactic Republic fleets. Interestingly, while next year's the 25th anniversary of Episode 1, the culmination of the battles between the Galactic Republic and the Separatists would be in 2025 at the Episode 3 20th anniversary. So both of these just happen to line up pretty nicely to the 25th and then the 20th anniversary. Again, putting the Resolute first. Now you may be saying, but you're going to need pilots. We're going to need lots of more pilots. And I agree with that. Unfortunately, Episode 1 has been very underrepresented in the game and ignored by capital gains largely. We don't have the Gungans, we don't have the Nabooians, we don't have a Chancellor Palpatine, and when you're looking at this list, you're probably thinking none of them are pilots. I mean, not really. Maybe some of them, but I don't think Jar Jar was a pilot. Anyway, you're right. But you know who we do have? We have Ki-Adi-Mundi, we have Cam, we have Plo Koon, we have Ithkoth, we have Grandmaster Yoda. All were Jedi Council members. We do have those 5 from Episode 1. They were all in Episode 1, promise, they really were. I think that 2024, we're going to get some more Jedi Council members, and there are some great ones to pick, and I do not know how to pronounce all their names correctly, forgive me, but many of these are pilots. So if we were to have a Resolute with a General Anakin Skywalker, we could possibly have a whole fleet of Jedi, a Jedi fleet, just like we have a whole fleet of Sith right now with Leviathan. And a little more credence to that came today. Just today, we got announced that the Endurance with Mace Windu is getting a rework, and they introduced a whole new ship, which I'll talk about just in a little bit. But that the Endurance specifically calls out Clone Trooper, Clone Trooper, Clone Trooper. And CG said in the post, we highly recommend you use Clone Troopers with it. So if you go with a Clone Trooper Endurance, then a Jedi Resolute, it actually will, and if we get just a couple of these ships, it actually will not impact Negotiator very much either. So it's kind of cool. I think that this is very, very possible, and these are some of the characters I look forward to, hopefully, crossing my fingers, because this is a prediction, hopefully gonna get this coming year. Now, more evidence. Capital Games ironically seems to follow, I don't know if it's ironic, but Capital Games seems to follow Lego. Yes, they do. Check out August 1st, 2022, Lego released the Inquisitor Sith, the Scythe. 2.5 months later, it came to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. There's only a 2-month window separating those two. Now, of course, you could say that's marketing from the Kenobi show, whatever, fine. But last year, we also got Kenobi's Starfighter. There it is underneath my picture right here down below. We do not have Kenobi Starfighter yet, which would be an interesting, nice little addition, though I don't know who the pilot would be for the game. Going further, if you're not bought on that coincidence, here's a few more that have happened in just the last couple years. The Razor Crest, the TIE Bomber, the Bad Batch ship today, the Marauder that we just got. I know you're saying that's not the same ship as what's at the Lego store. You're right. The Lego ship came out last year. Bad Batch Season 2 kind of had a different focus with the Marauder, but nonetheless, they're both Bad Batch. But then, yeah, no joke, we just got Bosch Leia's Lego helmet, and of course, who did we get in game at the same time? Bosch Leia. And then we just got Captain Rex in game, and you know whose helmet we just got recently? Captain Rex. Like, of all the characters, of all the helmets, of all the Imperial Troopers, of all the Mandalorians, of all the different people whose helmets we could have got, 2 of the 3 that were introduced this year also hit Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. That seems very coincidental to me. So if CG often follows Lego, then that would mean that, based on my theory, we would have some Galactic Republic ships. And we do. Absolutely. This year, just this year, in fact, this month, within the last few days even, Lego introduced to us a like $800 Galactic Republic starship. Venator, I don't know how to pronounce it, class starship, which happens to be the same as the Resolute. Now, we also got a gunship, but that's not really a spaceship. So if we take these current and popular sets that are on Lego right now, and we strip out a couple of them, then what we end up with is this little lovely matrix. Right now, if you go to the Lego store, you can buy Grandmaster Yoda starship, you can buy Kenobi starship, and you can buy basically the Resolute. It's in the store right now, which seems like it would be a good opportunity for CG to capitalize on that. Of course, you can also buy an E-Wing, which is New Republic Resistance, a Jedi Shuttle, which is a very mixed era ship, so that could very easily also be included in a Resolute starship, Starfleet. And then, of course, we have the TIE Interceptor and the, the Fang Fighter, whatever it is. I'm not exactly sure what that's called. So these are all in the store, and to me, this all points to light side. I mean, all of this is light side except for the TIE Interceptor there, and I guess the Snub Fighter over there. But anyway, it's all light side, emphasis light side. And so, yeah, coincidence? I don't know. So, I love these speculation videos, and I've done a bunch of them. I actually thought that we were going to get the Marauder about a year ago. The screenshot here from the Galaxy last week, June 26, 2022, was a little series I did for about 2.5 months, and I was like pretty convinced we were going to get the Marauder. We didn't get the Marauder, but we did today, so yay! Moving on. So in that initial April 9th predictions video, I put out this matrix. And this is what I thought we would get. I said, here's your 5 ships for every fleet, and here's how they're going to be arranged, and the ones outlined in blue are what's coming, what I think is going to come. And overall, I was pretty accurate. We got the Profundity, Kyle Katarn got a ship, we got a Sith Empire ship. I actually thought it would be Talon and the Dragon ship, but that didn't happen. What we did not get is Mara Jane's Empire ship, though we did get TIE Defender, so I actually, and Scythe, so I kind of actually feel like that red X could just as easily be another green check, but nah, it's not. I'll call it a loss. And we did not get a Resistance ship. That poor Resistance fleet is still sitting on only 4. It's so sad. Resistance needs help. So in the year-ish since that video posted, we have got the Scythe, Ravensclaw, TIE Defender, Dagger, Fury, put that out of line, Mark 6 Interceptor, the Fury, Leviathan, and now the Marauder. I had to think about the name. So notice the dates and how this plays into it real quick. This year's ship had nothing to do with the October release last year. Last year, October 22nd, we got the Scythe. This year, October 24th, we get the Marauder. 2 days apart. So because of that, I don't know that you can read much into it, but the way Capital Games makes money is by trying to encourage whaling and farming at accelerated paces for the next greatest thing. So Leviathan came out July 20th, and the Dagger, the Mark 6, and the Fury all came out 1, 2, 3 months before that. Which, right, that's just how the game works. Here's the shiny, the whales buy it, they get revenue, so they can keep building more stuff. Fine, no problem with that. But that does mean that the Marauder, whether it's going to be an amazing ship or not, is very much unlikely to be a high monetization opportunity for them, which means it's not likely going to line up into the next fleet. So I do actually take CG at their word, saying that this ship is going to go with the Endurance. Cool. Okay, so what does that mean then? If we go back to my matrix, and we recognize there's a rework for Endurance, and we put these new ships in there, all 7 of them, now 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these 8 new ships that we've got in the last year. We need to make some changes to the matrix. And you'll notice I put Tarkin and Thrawn side by side because a lot of the Empire ships are interchangeable depending on what fleet you're going to go up against. The Ebon Hawk likely will live with Executor, even though in today's rework discussion at CG's forums, they said Ebon Hawk and Lando's young Lando's Falcon or whatever will go with Endurance. I'm not buying that. I think that's a placeholder because there's just not enough Galactic Republic ships to go around yet. There's only 9, and there's 2 Galactic Republic ships and at capitals, and I think about to be 3. So I think we're going to get that ship with a P, ship load of content coming soon for ships. I mean, we got 8 last year. That's 1 every month and a half. If we get that same pace going forward, we're easily going to fill up another Galactic Republic fleet. So here's where it stands as of right now. This is the way, as of right now, October the 4th, 2023, how I think the fleets basically need to be panned out. Yes, of course, there's some wiggle room, but here's what I think is coming, the moment you've all been waiting for. The Resolute with General Anakin Skywalker. I think we're going to get Grandmaster Yoda's, or if we are really, really lucky, we'll get Yaddle and Yaddle's Starfighter. I just think that would be amazing. In the Clone Wars, we see Yoda flying in his Starfighter. It's a really odd looking thing, almost like a TIE Fighter hybrid with a U-Wing. It's kind of weird. But then in Tales of the Jedi, we got to see Yaddle flying her ship solo as she went off, spoiler, to confront Dooku. Now, we also saw in Clone Wars a V-19. We actually see a lot of those, and I think it's already in the game. I'm not sure, but I think the model is in the game. That could easily be piloted by Cat, who's a Conquest character, which makes this fleet difficult to farm if you don't have Cat. And of course, I think we'll see Relic 10 by this point, and General Anakin Skywalker will be a Relic 10 requirement. I think we'll also see the Z-95 Headhunter, which was incredibly common. It's piloted by take your pick of clones. It could be any clone you want. Now, I do think we will get at least one new Jedi Counselor council member next year. And if I were to put my money down on it, I would say it's this guy, Saesee, if I'm saying his name right, Saesee 10. And he, of course, has his own Starfighter and has a Lego set Starfighter to boot. Yep, right there along with the short fella. I'm trying to remember his name. Tiin, I think. I don't remember to say his name. I also think there's a high probability we will get a V-Wing, again, piloted by take a clone trooper of your choice. The V-Wing is kind of the Galactic Republic's counterpart to the standard TIE fighter. It's a standard issue fighter that every Galactic Republic capital ship had, including the Resolute. We do see it in a number of places. Now, going forward into 2025, you can see right below me, these are some of the Starfighters I think we will get for the Invincible. I haven't fleshed this one out as much, and I do have to stop and pause and say thank you very much to a member of my Discord and a community member, Krob, K-R-O-B, who has been kind of chatting with me a little bit and thinking this out and prepared an amazing graphic for me, where he had already fleshed out the names of some of these. He had some other really great ideas in there, like the stealth cruiser from the Clone Wars that Anakin and some of the clones go on a mission with. I think that's very possible, but it's also a really big ship, so I don't know. It would be like a massive unit like Jabba the Hutt, and I'm not sure how that would look in the game, but I think it's very possible. So anyway, thank you, Krob. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your help. But this is how I see it going forward. I think that the Invincible, we're going to get Count Dooku's ship, we're going to get Asajj Ventress ship, maybe an IG-11 piloted drone ship, some more droid gunships. There's so many out there to choose from. Actually, there's quite a few options. They could easily fill out another crewless fleet, basically. And I think that when you put all these into the game, though, the matrix gets shifted quite a lot. And I think this is how it's going to look basically in 24 months from now. That's a long time out, isn't it? But anyway, tell me what you think. I don't know. I think this could work. We got Endurance with the fleet as we know it now. I did put Lando's in there, young Lando's Falcon in there, because, well, that's what CG says, and where else is it going to go? Ebon Hawk is quite conditional. In the Leviathan fleet, I don't use Darth Maul ship. A lot of people, maybe you do, but I don't ever go beyond 2 reinforcements. Again, 5. 5's the new 7. So I do keep, of course, the Mark 6 and the Dagger down there with Sith Fighter, Fury, and the B-28 Bomber. But I think that when we get our Admiral Trench Separatist, our second Separatist fleet, I think that the Geonosians are going to move over to that. And then I think that General Grievous is going to possibly get a retouch. Maybe not, but pretty much be exclusively droid ships. So I do have a question mark in there. I'm not really sure. I also think that between now and that date, whenever that is in the future, we're going to go ahead and CG is going to give us our 5th resistance ship. And I'm kind of speculating, thinking it's going to be an E20, is it E25? An E-Wing, which we've seen E-Wings recently in the Ahsoka show, in the Mandalorian show. So I think that that's a real possibility. Anyway, folks, this is just pure speculation. I love to speculate. I love to plan out. I love to map. I love to think ahead. And I do kind of base my farming on it. So I'm unlocking GL Leia right now as we speak. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to kind of double down on my clones and Bad Batch and Jedi council members. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Subs, awesome too. And I will see you all later on the Holotables. All right, take care. Bye-bye.